Blackburn.
Enterprises.
All right, we're back with a new video. Today we're going to be asking the question, do black men protect black women? I have these lovely women today to answer that question. We're going to start from our right to our left. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Niekeyuh.
Kenya.
Eastern. Renee.
All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's just answer the question. Do black men protect black women?
Sometimes.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. I'm going to say the best that they know how to.
No. Don't give me excuses.
I want to say the best that they just wait, extra thoughts in the back of my head. I'm
No.
that.
You're gonna say no?
Completely,
Okay.
but no a lot.
Yeah, no, mostly.
So it's not just saying that it's sometimes, because it's not saying that every guy sometimes disrespect black women. There's a lot of black men who disrespect black women and don't protect us, and there's a lot of black men who are trying to understand what it means to protect us.
Yeah.
And then there are some that know how to protect us.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like the category.
Yeah.
That's good.
But then even then, for the guys who like disrespect black women, the black men who protect black women don't step in and be like, hey,
No.
bro, like,
Right.
Now
that's why I said
Accountability.
sometimes.
that
Hold
is
your
a
friends.
large.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't hold your friends accountable.
Yes, please
So
hold your friends
So it
accountable.
sounds similar to like what we say about good cops and bad cops. Like
Yeah.
everybody always wants to say that all cops aren't bad, but when the bad cops out here doing things, you don't hear cops stand up and say, "Hey, that's
Yeah.
wrong."
Right.
So you
There's
feel
a
like
few that
So
do.
all of them are bad until one steps up.
You can say all the men are bad.
So-
No, I'm joking.
all
so
of them
that's the
bad
thing,
until
that's
one
the
steps
thing.
up.
There are black women who are expected to say, sis, you need to check yourself, or sis, you need to get it together. But black men don't want to be held to the same expectation.
Right.
It's like,
are y'all expected to do that?
Yeah.
yes, we're expected
Explain.
to do a lot.
Give
Because it's
example.
like if Eastern does something, then Kenya's gonna be like, Renee, get Eastern.
Okay.
Right, because
That's the thing.
because we want to see our
Yeah.
sis do better.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's not checking you for there's a lot of women who want to check you because they want to put you down because they don't want to see nobody better than them. They got issues.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But there are black men who don't want to be held accountable for another man's issue.
Right.
Except if it's his issue and you see past it. Like if you see a man slap a woman and you walk by and act like you didn't see it, you're just as accountable as he is for
Yeah.
the abuse.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
And it's this whole thing. Oh well, I didn't slap her.
Yeah, you
Right.
didn't
Well, you
slap her,
could've
but
helped
you could
her.
have helped her not get knocked.
Right. You just like intervene, please.
Okay, so I definitely hear that in black men being complicit. So that goes into my next question. And what does it look like? What does black men protecting black women look like?
Exactly what it sounds like.
So this is
Respecting.
respect.
Yes.
So
As
this
a
is what
human.
this is what I think goes so beyond our missing point is that black women are expected to hold down the house, ride or die for this dude, take care of the kids, be a woman when you don't want to be a man and you walk out and leave her to do nothing but be there for herself and her kids.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then look at her and be like, and I still need you to respect me. And then turn around and still have that same lack of expectation towards himself. Don't expect to do this to me. Don't compare me to no other guy. Don't make me feel like I'm supposed to make you feel better as a woman. But you want me to do all this as a woman to a man.
Mhm.
It's like, ask me to do the same things that you're willing to give to me too.
Right. Right.
Or don't ask me to do that. Excuse my French.
And
So
then, I love that you keep saying that. But along with protecting black women, just like the same way you would behave if your mama was in a jacket situation. Like if that's your woman, or if it's a woman, protect her like you would your mama.
okay,
With
so
no
I was
excuses.
I was gonna also
Yeah.
say
That's a good one.
not talking down or bad or disrespectful on social media about
Right.
women, especially women you don't even know.
Oh
Right.
God.
Like that's a big thing that
That's
I've
a
seen
people-
lately.
that's a huge
Yes,
thing,
like mind yours.
Yeah.
You don't pay anybody's bills. You're not. Why are you worried about what the next female is doing? And as a male, like who are you to call somebody a male, a horse, or whatever it is?
Yeah.
okay, sound like he's talking about making a stallion there.
or
Well,
anybody
it's like, when have you been in a woman's shoes to tell
Right.
a woman how to be,
how to be
a
and
woman?
look.
And don't want
dress,
us to do
act.
the same thing to you.
Well,
And then the
It's-
whole idea of calling a woman a hoe, a slut, or
Yes.
whatever. My thing is this, right? If you don't know
Define
who
it.
if you don't know who she's screwing, why even
Why
speak
do
on
you
it to
even
begin
speak
with?
on
it?
And if she is sleeping with everybody, why is it your concern?
Not yours.
Like, why is it your concern if she's
Not-
protecting herself and she's not like being reckless out? Well, even if she's being reckless,
sexually
she's
liberated.
the one who has to deal with that at the end of the day, not you.
I feel like they should define it because you're wanting to call women whores, and we know
Right.
that.
What does it mean?
What does that mean to you? Because your activity is whorish,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be called that.
Right.
That's
You don't
right.
want to be labeled as it. It's called
Right.
being a player. It's called being a pimp. It's called getting you.
But then
Whatever.
a woman
It's
is called a hoe.
But
like,
a woman is called for the same thing, and guess what? Sexual organs are
It's
still the
Still the
same.
same. We have even more
We have more
sexual
organs.
feelings
Exactly.
than you
okay?
all have.
And then you're dismissing that like we don't have emotions. It's
Mhm.
like
Yes.
you gotta,
Needs,
yeah.
wants.
We have the same desires that you have, and
That's
sometimes even more
Yes.
of a desire. I can't tell you.
Right.
I know lots of women who be like, man, I just be going. I'm like, yeah, girl, I
Right.
that's
But then
women
if it's
do
their
that.
wife and they don't go, then they got
Something wrong with
something
you.
wrong with you. I gotta go look over here to this
Yeah.
other female that's gonna give me what I need.
But that's
Because you're not
okay
giving me-
in your space, and they
Right.
can't handle what they dish out.
Right.
It's like so much lack of accountability and just like
Mhm.
saying to themselves, hey, if it's okay for me, it's okay for
Yeah.
you.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's what I was gonna get to. It sounds like what you all are saying is, as far as expectations, men should be able to reciprocate those same expectations that they have on women that they have on men.
Mutual.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So y'all have
No double standards.
No double standards.
so having double standards is an example of not protecting women.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
If you can look at your son and say it's okay for you to have sex at 14, and look at your
Your
daughter
daughter
and
be
be
like,
like,
oh, you can't have sex until
even
you're
though
40.
you got a menstrual cycle which enthrust a woman sexually into herself, and some women get
Okay.
these at 12.
Okay, I'm a push back on that just a little bit,
Wow.
and the only reason
Do
I'm
you have a period?
no, I don't have a period.
Say it, Renee.
But no, what I'm gonna say is, or why I'm gonna push back. I'm just pushing back on the idea of this patriarchy. Period. So I guess I'm posing a question. I think the reason that you have those double standards is because of patriarchy.
Mhm.
So
It doesn't make it okay.
right, that doesn't make it okay.
No
So
excuse.
so I guess another thing that you want black men to do is to fight those societal standards, which is born or birthed out, born out of that you want them to stand up against the patriarchal system that you know is straight up BS.
The sadness part about what you said is patriarchy is always so crutched upon. Like we crutch on that. Like, oh, patriarchy. Was it a societal standard for you to leave a woman to take care of a family that she didn't build on her own?
Mhm.
That was not a societal standard, but men excuse that
Mm-hmm.
all the time,
And then blame the woman.
and then blame a
Oh,
woman.
you should have known who you were sleeping with before.
That's
Wait,
not
how was
her
I gonna
fault.
know that I was gonna get pregnant by this
and
man?
that's,
And he was
that's
like,
like we all went to sex education
Yeah.
class. We all learned that it takes two of us to build that
Yeah.
nest.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it's okay to excuse that behavior by saying it was either a woman that didn't make it right, or he just wasn't ready,
Right.
or all of these other nuances
true.
that just
But
don't
it's
make sense.
always
But
her
you build
fault.
societal beliefs around what we do
Mhm.
and what pertains to us as
Mm-hmm.
women, and how we work, how
Mhm.
we move, how we walk around this earth and live our lives.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to be held to any standard.
Right.
The
And-
standard that you should have had for yourself was to be a man that stands up for anything that he
Right.
puts himself into.
And to piggyback on that, like you hear a lot about men leaving their families, but if you like, and they're like, oh, he wasn't ready for the family. But then
That's true.
if a
Woman can
woman
do that.
leaves her kids,
Oh,
like where the
she-
mama, I'm stressed out. I just need to take my kids to my mom for
Yeah.
a little while. Oh,
Yeah.
like she's a deadbeat. She's a horrible woman.
Yeah,
like she's
like,
a bad
oh,
parent. But
right.
then this man can like leave them.
That's
Like
true.
I'm not calling. I'm not texting. I'm not supporting.
Right.
I'm not showing up to school.
She
I'm
can't-
not
And they- and
but
they
then the
say
mama,
that.
on the other
Yeah.
hand, like, okay, I literally need to leave my kids with my mom or my dad or their dad
For my
so
mental
I can
health.
get
Mhm.
myself together.
Mhm.
But then, like, she's
It's-
terrible.
And
Right.
it's like patriarchy is
Mhm.
something that they will continue to say that's why.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why.
She never gets an excuse.
And that's all we're
No.
asking for is
Yeah.
to lose the excuses and give us the opportunity to, one, stand for ourselves. It's like the expectation of women is to always want to have a kid, always want to be somebody's wife, always. It's like y'all gotta
Always.
stop saying that we are expected to be, but don't want to be held to any
Right.
expectations.
Or this whole idea that women have to be married anyway.
Yes.
Yes.
We're talking, that's like the
Right.
ultimate
Like, oh, he
goal
chose
Right.
you.
of being a woman.
Oh, well, how do you know I wanted to be married to begin with?
Right.
He chose
Or have
you.
children.
He chose
That's a
you.
big one. How old are you? You haven't had kids yet? Or
Right.
you
I
have
have
one
friends
child.
who
You don't
do
have
that.
Oh, how old are
You
you?
don't have another
How old are you
child?
and you're not married?
Oh, she's gonna be the only child? Like, yeah.
You can have a kid and
You
you
know how
can drop it
expensive
over
kids
here.
are? I don't
To
want
be
to
a woman, you have to get a ring. But just to be a man is being successful.
Yeah,
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
And
That's
that's
very
the
true.
disconnect
That's
there.
the disconnect.
It's like we have to have something to make us successful. Except Black women are like right now, literally, statistically, Black women own a lot of homes demographically. They're the
Mhm.
biggest number. They're the biggest number of educated. They're the biggest number of high
Let's talk
level
about that.
executive positions.
Mhm.
They are largely taking over the scale
Mm-hmm.
of what considers the white man's position.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Because that's the number one demographic, really, but we're climbing on them in so many ways, and we're still not getting the same respect from our own men. It's like, oh, she too independent. Oh, she's too this.
Yeah.
She don't need a man.
Right.
Does that what constitute a woman being a woman? Is her needing a man?
Right.
Right.
Good question, though. You know what? That's gonna lead me to my next question.